So what's going on, man? What can I help you out with?
So I started going after arrest records, and I feel like I don't understand how to open up to them. Like, I know they have the house, I know they own it, but when I text them that if they want to like sell the house, they're very rude, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong.
Okay. Hold on one second. Let me fix something here.
Yes, yes. How you doing today, by the way?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I, it cups of coffee makes me all jittery. I'm
There
like
you go.
hyper focused right now. Oh man.
Oh, coffee's better than the alternative, right? So.
Oh yes.
Okay. So, where are you located?
Louisiana.
Okay. So arrest records. I've actually have a lot of experience in this. I've always told you guys up front. Arrest records are wonderful, but it's brutal.
Yes, they are very rude.
It's you got to think about this, okay? When someone's been arrested and they're incarcerated, a lot of the people I deal with are literally stuck in jail. Okay? So when they get a piece of offering from you, whatever it is, or maybe they're out on bail or something like that, they'll respond to you, but they're pretty brutal. So I'm here to tell you, man, like most of them are absolutely brutal. Brutal. And that's the one thing that I don't like about arrest records, but it works. Number two, when you do get a deal, the amount of drama you're going to go through, it's terrible. I'm just telling you, I used to do this myself. I used to have to register, go down to the county jail, check in, go through metal detectors, fill out a million forms. And then sometimes the guy didn't want to meet with me. He didn't feel like it that day. And I wasted like half my day. And then we go through a lot of drama on them. So as I said, the mechanics are pretty straightforward on arrest records. The motivation is if someone's going to be incarcerated and go away for a long time and they don't have any family and they typically have a mortgage on the property, they know if they don't pay the mortgage, the house is going to be foreclosed and there's nothing they can do while they're in jail. So they rather take the cash out. How much cash they want, that's always people in jail. Honestly, they're very unrealistic. Like they just think the house is worth $1 million and you're going to do this and that. And it's very, very challenging to get access to the house and do everything. So does all this resonate with you, what I'm telling you?
Yes, yes. I've been, for the people that I talk to, they surprisingly have phones inside their cells. Like, I watch Netflix and TV shows and stuff. They never have communications inside their rooms, but they have text messaging and they have phone calls right in their cells.
Yeah. So I don't know how all jails operate, but I've had, ready for this, I've had direct mail. You guys know I'm a big direct mail person. We recently, within the last year, had somebody on death row respond to one of our direct mail pieces. Now, how he got it is beyond me because I don't mail the jails. So somehow the letter got forwarded to him and he wrote some crazy letter back to us and gave us all these conditions. And we looked up, he's in for multiple counts of murder of children of all things. And we just decided we just don't want to get involved in this much drama. I want a deal, but I'm not that desperate. And he made it very clear it was going to be difficult. And we had to spend a lot of time with him in jail. And we just decided to move on and pass. So he bugged us for 3 months later and then went away. So, dude, all I can do is you got to kind of hang in there. And the mechanics of arrest records is you get the arrest records from your you can get them online. It's pretty easy.
Yes.
And then you cross-reference to see if they own property. You skip trace and you call them.
Yes.
You interested in selling? You the owner of this property. You interested in selling? That's all you can do. They are going to light you up, Van. They're going to light you up. And
okay, I thought it was some other secret way.
If it's eating you alive, just stop doing it and find another way to do it. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
But when you do find them, you do pretty good. The biggest challenge is honestly getting them to sign the contract. That's the hardest part when someone's in incarceration. It's really, really tough because you typically have to go down to the jailhouse and it's quite a process. And you have to pre-register. Sometimes they do background checks on you, all sorts of crazy stuff. And you get a visitor's patch. I got a whole drawer full of them. I stopped doing it. So I have people who still do it for me and they just go, oh my God, I don't want to go see this guy or this girl. I'm just like, welcome to my world. Like that's how deals work. So If there's any specific objection I can help you overcome other than like they're nasty to you, I can't fix that.
So I have one lady that she wants to sell the house,
Okay.
and she's gonna sell it as is, but with all her stuff in there. She's in there for about 30 years for domestic abuse. She racked that up for like 4 times in a row
Okay.
at $45,000 each charge, and she's gonna be in there for a while.
Okay.
But what should I do with her stuff?
That's your biggest concern, her stuff?
Well,
Who cares?
like usually I buy houses that kind of vacant and just have trash and stuff, but her.
Have you seen the inside of the house, Van?
Yes.
How much stuff we talk? How big of a house is it?
It's a 2,000 square feet ish. It's a hoarder's house.
Okay. See, I changed a little bit of it. So what do you think it would cost you to get that stuff out of there if you had to hire someone? Put a dumpster there, the whole 9 yards.
About 1,000 ish, maybe.
So everything has a number. So just solve it. It's a math problem. If you're getting a really good deal, $1,000 is nothing. Okay. If the deal's super tight and you're worried about $1,000, you probably got it at the wrong price. I'm just being honest with you. So, guys, 75% of the houses I buy are full of crap. We just write it in the equation. So a lot of the deals I sign, I sell it with the crap in it. I don't like hoarders houses. They're a pain in the butt. I got 2 going on right now, and I literally wholesale them as I see them. Like I don't even spend a dime on them because there's nothing you can do at a hoarder's house to make it look better. They're usually infested with bugs. They have structural issues. They're just disgusting. Like the walls are wet. The moisture is terrible. They don't turn on the air conditioning. So now if it's a house that I can wholesale, I'll go in, put a couple $1,000, clean it up, put it on the market. But like on a hoarder's house. So what do you have a contract with them, or are you still discussing it with her?
We're still discussing it, but
Okay.
she wants to sell it for 10,000. The market value for it is around 90,000.
So she wants to sell it for 10, and it's worth 90.
Well, like renovated and stuff.
Renovated.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it has damages, like mostly paint, foundation issues because it's on piers.
So do you think you could find a cash buyer to buy that property for 5 or 10 grand more than you're buying it for?
Yeah, I can find them pretty quick. Like,
don't worry about the thought. Like, just move on. Now, if you want, the house is vacant, or is somebody in there?
Oh, it's vacant.
Okay.
There was a dead animal in there, but like
now, well, there's probably more hidden below all the stuff.
Oh God, please.
The problem with cleaning out a hoarder's house, it's usually 3 times worse than what you thought it was because it never ends. I did a hoarder house about 3 years ago, and my crew was like, "Dude, Rick, we need another dumpster." We did 3. Ready for this? 40-yard dumpsters, and it wasn't that big of a house. I was in shock.
Holy Jesus!
Okay? 40 yards is 220, so that's like doing 6 dumpsters, and it just didn't stop because I did not take into account that they stuffed the attic to the gills where nobody could even get up there. So one of the 2 ways is you can take a risk, spend $1,000, which it might be closer to 2,000. I'm going to be honest with you. And the idea is if you put 1,000 or 2,000 into it, can you double your money or get 5 times the return on it? So have you ever gone to Vegas, man?
Oh, no, too poor for that.
Okay. So, but like, honestly, if you're going to bet on something, you need to have like an 80% outcome of the probability. So if you put 1,000 into it and say, instead of selling that house for 15,000, you could now sell it for like 22,000, it's well spent money. What's your worst case scenario? You just have $1,000 less than profit. So make a decision on the small amounts, dude. I'll take a risk all day long. Like to me, if there's a 70, 80% probability I'll get more money, I will tell you this, buyers will pay more for a house that you solve more problems with. You just got to, like, you're a regular business. So if I spend $1,000, I want at least a 5 times or 10 times return on that money because it's going to require work and effort. Hopefully you're not doing the work. Do not go in there with a hazmat suit. You ain't gonna like it. So either way though, or just sell it with the current problem and move on with your life. Sometimes hoarder's house, I don't want to touch because in my experience, when you take the stuff out, the house looks worse than when you started with. The carpet's all stained. There's maggots everywhere. So I would, dude, like, let me know. Shoot, I'll buy the property. I'm telling you, that's a good deal. Like from what you've told me, I think someone would pay you 15, 20, 25 grand for it, like as is, because people are looking for renovation projects, and that's perfect. So
Yes.
sounds like what you're doing is working. So
It's
you're
just,
going to get your teeth kicked in on them.
yes.
And remember
is
the
rough.
arrest records, like how many leads have you dealt with so far in total that actually own a home? So we can share it with others.
About 8.
Yeah. So it's not a full-time job. So move on to the other one, code violations, tax delinquencies. You can do high equity and go down, but like arrest records, guys, if you do it, it's a very, very small like amount of leads. They're actually significantly less than probates, but when they hit, they usually do very well. So, man, when are you going to get that under contract?
Oh, probably next week.
Okay.
It's just hard to talk to those people and set up times. But I can talk to them over the phone and text, but in person to person, it's rough.
Okay. Go get it and come back with us and share the results with it. You have got to find the straightest line to get that under contract because you have nothing to lose on this one, man. Like, honestly, most people would dream to do a $10,000 property to sell it for like another 10. Like, it's the perfect scenario. And if you struggle with it, let me know. Like, I'll buy it, or find somebody in the chat here. They'd be more than happy to buy this deal from you. So,
yes, thank you.
Any other questions? Anything else I can help you out with?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Ben, I appreciate you. Go get that. And hopefully I've helped you. And guys, I'm not here to embarrass anybody on the lives. I actually want to help you. And hopefully I've given Ben a few ideas. You've got to get that thing under contract. It's got to be on your mind 24/7 until you get under contract, because it's an amazing feeling when you get it done. So you'll get it and you'll help her out and you move on, you know?
Yes.
Okay, Ben, have a good one. Update me next week and let me know you got it under contract.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, man. See ya. Okay, guys, it's that simple. Van's got a deal and he's just struggling with the content on it. Do never, ever get in the business outside of real estate of the content. I did that for a very short while. It will distract you. There's no money in selling furniture and tchotchke stuff in the garage. Do not waste your time. Do not get in the estate sale business. I learned this mistake a long time ago. Always concentrate on the real estate. That's where the real money is. So